This week on the Full-Time Flippers Reselling Podcast.
So I'm sitting there and I'm watching TV and my phone does cha-ching, and then again, and again, and again, 18 times.
Welcome to the Full-Time Flippers Reselling Podcast. I am Chad the Quirky Picker, and I'm here with my co-host,
Denis the Free King Flipper.
Hey, Denis. Oh, the sign is awesome.
Pointing?
Yeah.
Was I pointing the right way?
Pointed to me and the sign. Were you pointing to the sign?
For me, it's right here.
Yeah. That's what it shows. I'm seeing that.
Okay, good. Because that would be.
Yeah.
Odd.
And it's not backwards. Because you ever film yourself and then it's like backwards,
It's backwards to me. I'm looking at it on the screen. It's backwards.
Okay. I can read Free King normally. So I don't know. Somehow
I don't know how that works.
Yeah. Beyond our pay grade.
It's well beyond it.
Yeah. So how was your reselling week?
Honestly, it sucked.
Wow.
It absolutely sucked. And I'm not even happy about it.
Yeah.
I barely had a good weekend that kind of brought me up, but if you're a reseller out there and you have a quota, like Chad and I have, you kind of have to make a certain amount of money. I squeaked in like that much. Nothing extra, nothing, over the top. I don't like when that happens. It's doesn't feel good. It gives me stress. Then you're like, okay, is this going to be a rebound week this current week, or is it going to be a repeat of last week? It's brutal. I think it was the holiday sort of traveling and all of that, and people are on vacation and all that. School started again. Look at that.
There we go.
I just got a sale because I'm talking about it. And you're listening to me. I need a couple more sales. But yeah, I'm not even gonna say that it rebounded because it, the last dude in the marathon that's trampling over the finish line. He finished the marathon, but he was absolutely dead last.
Yeah.
That was me. So.
Well, I'm looking at my sales and I haven't even sold anything today yet. But I don't have time to list right now. I get up really early for my full-time job, which, I started this week. Monday, we went to the Chesapeake Bay as a family to the beach. There's a little beach there on the lake. The lake water is really dirty in the Chesapeake Bay, but it's not like ocean water that cleans you or sanitizes or whatever. Lake water is like gross.
Yeah.
But we just wanted to do something to, finish out the summer, say goodbye to summer. But then I got right into my job and it's like 12-hour days from start to finish. And I told my wife on Tuesday, I'm like, I have to go to the warehouse. I got items that have to go out today, or have to be shipping labels have to be printed today at least. And so I spent like 2 more hours at my warehouse getting packages ready. And I still had a lot to go. I must have sold a lot over the weekend, I guess. I didn't count, but I was looking at, I might have sold something today. I was looking at paid and shipped to see what I shipped. And I didn't ship anything that would have sold today, but I guess my sales are going to be a little bit lower, which is expected because I'm lucky if I can list 2 items today right now. Because normally in the evenings, my wife and I will watch television and I'll have a couple things sitting on the coffee table in front of me and I'll get them listed. But when I have to get up at 4 a.m., I'm going to bed as soon as I put my kids to bed. And there's no TV time and no listing in the evenings right now. So that's kind of where I'm at, but I just have to get into a routine.
Yeah. It's just change, and then you'll find little tiny pockets of time and then see how you can fill those. And it's all about efficiency, I guess. I mean, there's only 24 hours in the day. So how are you going to use those 24 hours?
Yeah. So I haven't sold anything today yet, but I sold 5 items yesterday. Another computer monitor stand.
Wow.
for $19.70. And I had several people offer me like $10. And I was half tempted just to sell it for $10 because $10 is $10. And, but I held out. I think I always counter offered at like 15, and I sold it for full price, $19.
Nice.
Do you have any viewer mail you want to read?
I have one from BAA Sports Angel, and I don't think we've mentioned this person before, but very simply says, enjoying the podcast. So thank you. We appreciate it. Appreciate the view and the comment. Let us know if you want some stickers, guys. I can send these out. Email the show or just shoot me a message on Instagram. But Sports Angel, thank you. And we will keep them coming as long as we can.
My viewer mail comes from Miss Lachey Resells 3853. I don't know what all those numbers mean, but they must mean something. This is in regards to me going full time with my job and going part time reselling now. Having a job that you like that covers the bills and offers benefits and still being able to sell part time for extra money is like the best of both worlds, in her opinion. It's unfair to compare yourself to others who are in a different position and different life stages. Thank you for the comment. I love all the support that I've been given so far from the reselling community. Yeah. You want to play a game? 2 truths and a lie?
Let's do it. I'm ready.
All right.
I liked that game last week. That was fun.
Yeah. We'll do that if we have a guest on. I'll try to prepare something next time.
Yeah, that's cool.
2 truths and a lie. Each one of us shares 3 things about ourselves. Only 2 of them are true and 1 is a lie, and we have to guess which one is the lie. So Dennis, you want to go first?
I have been saving these specifically for you.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm just going to read them in no particular order. This is very relevant right now. Fall is my favorite season. I have been in over 5 fist fights, and I have been pepper sprayed and tased.
Man.
Fall is my favorite. 5 fist fights. I've been pepper sprayed and tased.
Well, you used to be a police officer, and I think you can't carry a taser till you get tased. So I'm going to say that one's true. 3's 2. Fall is your favorite season? Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. And the other one was fist fights. I'm going to say fist fights is false.
Damn. How did you know that? Come on.
That's a lot of fist fights. Have you been in any fist fights?
2.
2?
So I embellished it a little.
Outside of police work?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Was alcohol involved?
Oh, of course. Absolutely. Yep.
All right. I don't
Wow.
know what the score is, but
I think you're up I don't even know. You're up by 2 at least.
It's been so long, we should just start over from scratch.
Yeah.
All right. Here's my 2 truths and a lie. Number 1, I broke my ankle jumping on a trampoline. Number 2, I tore my Achilles tendon jumping into a swimming pool. And number 3, I broke my tooth on a candy cane.
I go with the false one is the Achilles.
Nope. I actually did. I
Candy
completely
cane?
tore my. Nope, that's true. I've never broke a bone in my body, so I have never broke my ankle that I know of.
Trampoline.
Yeah. I mean, I have a trampoline, so.
How bad is it that I thought that was actually true? That 1, you were on a trampoline, and 2, you broke your ankle.
Yeah. I used to jump on a trampoline when I was younger, and there was like no safety net around the thing.
No.
I don't know how many times I fell off.
Yeah,
And
didn't exist back then.
I was like a cat. You had to land on your feet,
Yep.
So you kind of learned.
So you tore your Achilles.
Yeah. I was in Jamaica jumping into a swimming pool, and I thought I broke my leg. I don't know what I thought. I ran off the edge of a pool to jump in, and when I planted my foot, somehow my Achilles broke completely. and I thought I must have stepped in a hole because it felt like my foot just went down through the concrete. I don't want to talk about it anymore because might gross people out. So yeah.
How long was the recovery?
A year. Well,
oh wow.
I had surgery the next week. I had to fly home from Jamaica with a tore Achilles, first off, which just sucked. But had surgery like a couple days later, and then 6 weeks later, I got to take my boot off, but I still had no mobility in my ankle. And it was maybe a couple months later I could start walking. And then a year later, I was able to run. So it took a full year till I could run again.
You did it good.
Yeah. And now it's stronger than it was originally, I guess. You're not supposed to be able to tear them twice. But
now you got points.
All right, 1-0. Moving on to home runs and strikeouts. A home run can be your best sale of the week, or a purchase, or an opportunity that you had. And a strikeout will be your worst sale of the week, or a blunder, or a missed opportunity. You have a home run for us, Dennis.
It's not one of those ones where everyone's going to be ooh and ah, but just think, when I tell you about this, just think of the return on investment. All right.
All right.
So I'm at a yard sale. Everyone just automatically walks right past all the CDs and DVDs and all that. I make it a point to stop and look. I have found video games hidden in between those, other types of media, and this was no exception. I found a operating system for a Apple or Mac, I'm not sure, but I asked her, hey, how much are the CDs? And she said 50 cents. Sounds good to me. This thing was brand new and sealed. You can see my listing right here. It's an Apple Mac OS Leopard version 10.5.1, brand new and sealed, sold for $25 plus shipping on a 50-cent purchase. I call it a home run just because of the ROI, and it also sold within, I think, 2 days. So, yeah, I mean, I would love to find a whole box of those. I mean, they sell every single day. So definitely a home run for me. 50 cents. Come on. 25 bucks. It's awesome. I love that stuff.
It says it costs you $4.63 to ship. Is that the actual cost? Or
it went media. I
don't think you can sell computer software media mail.
Yeah, why not?
I don't. I mean, video games.
The option came up. Video games
right.
I cannot. Video games I cannot, and I don't. It doesn't even come up in the options to do that. This one did.
What category? It was in computer software category?
Yep.
Okay.
I just did a sell similar. Somebody else sold this, and
maybe it was the wrong category. I don't know. I didn't think that was an option, but way to go. You got away with it. Yes.
Shh. That's eBay right here. eBay's calling me right now.
Yeah.
They're on the phone. Yep.
Well, they don't care. They got paid.
No, they got paid. They're fine. Oh yeah, it's not them. It's the post office. They don't have that technology.
My home run was a computer monitor that I talked about last week. That's a CRT monitor, the big style.
Yep.
And I sold it for $99, and I said it should sell for right around $99 last week on this show, and it sold this week. And then when I was estimating how much it would weigh in the box, I put 40 pounds, and then I put the dimensions like 18 by 20 by 19 by 18 for the box. And when I shipped it up, I changed the dimensions to what they actually were, but I totally forgot to go in and update the actual weight.
Oh no.
And when I got to FedEx to drop this thing off, because bigger items like this always ship cheaper FedEx, I'm like, you know what? I don't remember weighing this. I don't remember how much I said, what's the weight show on the sticker? And they're like 40 pounds. I'm like, oh, that was my estimate. It actually weighed 43.5 pounds. So I might be getting a bill from FedEx at some point for the difference. I hope it's not a lot. I can't imagine it being more than a few dollars, but I screwed up, and I almost because you always put an estimate weight in, but you always weigh at the, and then change that weight. And I totally forgot to change the weight. I must have got distracted.
Whoops.
So
It's probably like $4 or $5 is my guess.
yeah. Dennis, do you have a strikeout?
My strikeout, and it's something that I will tell you what it is. I don't have a screenshot of it. I already shipped it out.
Okay.
But I'll tell you to double check because I didn't remember to do this. This is one of my last Disney mugs. It was some 3D sort of ceramic mug with, who was it on there? I think Tinkerbell. Sold for $3.99 plus shipping. So then I look at the shipping. This person paid priority. I didn't change it down to that Ground Advantage, which would have been substantially cheaper.
Yeah.
So I remembered I should probably go in now and look at all the things that I'm still using priority for, which shouldn't be many things. I mean, you get the same insurance on both. I think one is a couple days faster than the other, but
typically 1 day for most of mine.
Yeah, but I mean, do you really need your Disney mug in 1 day? Probably not. You could wait 3 days for it.
I meant 1 day sooner, but yes. Yeah.
So I have to go through and I got to figure out a way of searching by way of shipping, and I don't know how to do that. I know I can do a bulk edit, but that'll change everything to, I guess by category. So like go to all the coffee mugs and then make sure they're all Ground Advantage, something like that.
Do you use shipping policies?
I don't think so.
Or the business policy, you don't use the shipping. You just select each individual item, how you want to ship it.
When I'm listing it.
Yeah. Okay. Because if you did a business policy, you could just bring up all the items that fall under that business policy and change them all in one place. You don't? Okay.
I don't have anything already saved like that. So I'm thinking a bulk edit.
Can't you sort?
Category maybe, or just search coffee mug and then select all of them and then change it that way.
Bulk edit. Yeah. Just in case one of them is, but you might have other items that stuff that's older in your store might have that.
Probably. Yeah.
See, that's why I use a business policy, and then everything goes under I have one business policy for post office under 2 pounds, one for post office over 2 pounds, one for UPS and FedEx. They get to pick. I put UPS at the top, but then I really decide myself who I want to ship with, depending on who's cheapest and which way I'm driving that day. But then you can make a bulk edit change on the policy, and it automatically changes for all your items.
So it wasn't a huge strikeout, but the fact that I probably have a ton of more mugs with priority, that is the strikeout. I'm wondering why haven't these sold? Because no one's going to pay $14 or whatever to ship a mug.
Right. Yeah, I had a similar thing. I had some postcards in my store, and someone told me they looked at it and it had like 4 ounce UPS ground shipping on it, and they're like, you can ship postcards with the eBay
something envelope,
the eBay standard envelope. So I changed all my shipping to the eBay standard envelopes, and it didn't help. None of them sold since then, but at least it makes it more affordable. Man, I am at a loss of words today.
Probably tired.
Yeah. Mentally exhausted. My strikeout is this antenna amplifier. I see these at yard sales every once in a while, and it didn't have a power cable because it's a little amplifier. I think like you can plug in up to 4 different devices in your house, run coax cable to all the different rooms. This is maybe not used much anymore with Wi-Fi streaming and stuff, but if your house is wired for cable and you got a cable box in all your different rooms, this was an amplifier, I think. And the guy bought it, and he had to go out and buy a power adapter for it for $20 some. and then when he plugged it in, he's like, it doesn't work.
Oh no.
Yeah, I couldn't test it. And it says $14.70 on here, but I'm pretty sure I sold it for like $6 or $8. Just wanted it gone. and I just gave him all his money back and told him to keep it.
Wow.
So that's a strikeout.
Why wouldn't it work? It doesn't seem to have many moving parts.
Lightning strikes.
Right?
I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of.
Like a short in it somewhere.
Yeah. I wasn't even going to argue because I had no way to prove if he was lying or not. I don't think he was lying. It sounded like.
And then you don't want it back anyway. I mean.
Right. Yep. All right. Bolos and Nolos. One thing to be definitely looking for and one thing that you wouldn't buy again. Do you have a bolo for us, Dennis?
I have one of those bolos where you're bored in the thrift store and you just got your phone out and just scanning barcodes, right? Scanning stuff that you probably wouldn't have scanned except you were just bored and there's nothing going on in the store. You maybe have a couple of items and you're like, what the heck? I scanned this thing.
A game? Lost.
This is, can you see the top of it? Mystery of the Island. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a puzzle.
Lost puzzle. I've seen one of those before, but not sealed.
There you go. This is sealed.
Yeah. Okay.
Mystery of the Island puzzle. All right. Very specific. Okay. There were 4 of these in this series, I guess. This one is 4 of 4. 4 of 4. Okay. When I scanned this and looked up this,
wow.
I'm like, hold on a second. Yeah. Was not expecting that. So these 2 here are back in August. This one was back in July, but they're all selling for $100. Brand new, sealed, same exact puzzle. So I listed mine at the same price. And there are a few others listed, but not sealed. And then if you look, there are also some of the other ones, like puzzle number 1, 2, and 3. For some reason, they're like $15. For some crazy reason, this one is the money one. It was the last in the series or something. I have no idea why.
Well, it's kind of like the DVD series. Everybody would buy a book that has multiple books in a series. The first one everybody buys. The second one, the people that liked it 90% buy. The next one 80% buy, and then so they make less and less and less as it goes. So I'm guessing by game number 4 they weren't making quite as many, and now it's hitting its stride, and so people want it. How many times have you watched Lost?
I'm on the first season, probably episode 5.
Oh,
and I've never watched it. I've never seen it before.
Okay.
I don't watch what do they call it? Network television.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to sit there and watch commercials every 8 minutes. It melts my brain and I can't do it. So now it's on Netflix. I think it's on Netflix now. Yeah. And now you can just breeze right through it.
We watched it 10 years ago, or I want to say, about 15 years ago. Then 5 years later, we watched it again. And we could not believe how much stuff we forgot from 5 years. And then 5 years ago, 5 years later, 5 years ago, we watched it a third time. And it's like, we loved it as much. I mean, there's few network, like you said, I don't watch hardly any network TV shows just because they're typically, the budget's not there for like, especially NBC, whenever they try to make a series, it sucks. But Lost was one of it just took so many twists and turns and the cliffhangers of every episode. So you said you're on episode 5.
Yeah, 4 or 5. We've taken a couple of days off watching it.
So you haven't even got to the good part yet, where the plot twist. I don't think we're John Locke.
I don't know. I think they're kind of like the crash, and then trying to figure out who's who, and they're doing a little bit of character development, and now some weird noises, and they're like trying to figure out what's going on here, and then they found some recording that keeps going over and over again, and they're like, it's kind of like shifting towards like, this might be some weird wrinkle in time type of thing. So I don't know. Don't ruin it.
I won't. But when John Locke finds something in the jungle, and then the whole thing shifts, and then it gets
Cool.
like now. Then you're like, I can't stop watching. We would watch 4 episodes in an evening sometimes when we were first married, and it's like 3 a.m. and it's like, gosh, we have to go to bed. But I
awesome.
got to know what happens in the next one, and then they have another cliffhanger, and it's just like, oh my gosh.
It's what you said, like 5 seasons or 6 seasons.
There's quite a bit. I don't remember where.
That's amazing. Wow. Yeah, we just needed a show. I mean, I like doom and gloom and death and destruction, and my wife just won't watch it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I guess we can agree on this one.
Mm-hmm.
She would not do Breaking Bad. She just won't do it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, it's the best show on TV. The best, hands down.
Yeah, I loved it. The intensity of every episode of Breaking Bad is just like my heart's racing. I'm like, you get sucked in, and the cinematography really is so good, so good.
Yep, agreed.
Have you watched 24?
Some of it. I couldn't really jump into it.
Okay, we've watched that a few
times. Network.
Well, I wouldn't watch it with commercials. I didn't watch it originally.
Yeah.
We watched it on, I think, Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Yeah, no commercials for us.
Well, that's how you turn a bolo, guys, into a movie, TV sort of conversation. Let me just remind you, this is the bolo right here.
Yeah.
Sealed, lost puzzle. This is 4 of 4 right there. I'm sure if you find the other ones, I wouldn't throw them away. I mean, definitely if they're sealed, they're probably worth something. But I think I saw between $15, $20, something like that. This is a $100 puzzle. So if you want it, if you're buying it sealed, I assume you're never going to open it, because why not just buy a used one that's open if you want to play the game? Right. Yeah, this is definitely for a collector, just to have and I don't know, look at it. I don't get it, but
all right. Well, my bolo is something that I found in a box full of computer stuff. If you remember me several episodes ago, I was talking about, I went to an estate sale and bought a whole bunch of PC games. Like I just talked about it last week again, like 100 PC games, DOS or Windows 3.1 games, all in the box. And I also bought a box full of computer parts. There was a 5.25-inch floppy disk drive in there that I haven't tested yet. So I went through that box last week and threw away most of the stuff that was in the box. It was junk. But this little device that I'm going to show here, it is a
key patch
8. It's a key patch 10. It has 10 keys. The up and down arrows, a page up and down, a home, and just like on a typical keyboard, just the little middle section of your keyboard that has the delete and the insert and then the arrow keys. This sold for I took an offer, $69. And there was one sold for $95. There was actually 3 solds and I had the only listing, but I was pretty happy with that price because I couldn't test it. It has the big pin connector like this right here.
Oh yeah.
So I couldn't test it.
Can you show
10?
highlight, zoom in on the keys?
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, so that's it. So it's like hot keys or something. I mean, that's what we call it nowadays.
Yep. So maybe the early keyboards that you bought didn't have this built in. So you can add this on the side. When I saw how much they were worth, I'm like, I knew it was worth the $10 or $20. I think I paid $20 for a whole bunch of stuff. And there was a computer monitor along with that. And I sold the monitor for $200. It was a flat panel.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, vintage computer keyboards and input devices are hot right now. I can sell them all. This was only listed a couple days. That's my bolo. Bolo is vintage computer input devices. Dennis, do you have a Nolo for us?
I'm going to show you this, and it's going to be controversial. Not really, but it's just something I personally am not going to buy again.
Okay.
I didn't buy these. These were free. That's like I said, I use that all the time. And people are going to be like, I don't know. This is vintage napkin rings.
Oh, okay.
someone's going to be like, hold on, that's a bolo. No, this is mine right here. These gold poinsettia oval. I don't know. They were free probably 8, 9, 10 months, and I got $8 plus shipping. Now, of course, you're going to see some in here that are like 20, $25, but is there a demand for these? I don't think so.
You're selling those with your gold picture frames that for the wedding receptions tables.
Yeah, I mean, look at all these a Bakelite. Those are awesome. Wow. $40. But here you go. Somebody put these on auction, got $1.50. $3.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, these are I have it so it's just showing you the acrylic and plastic ones.
Okay.
That's the ones I was looking at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not doing this again. It's not something that I would look for and actually pick up and sell. But if it's your jam, I'm not, saying anything bad about it. 5 plastic pink napkin rings from the 80s for $2.50. I guess I'm just trying not to get stuff that, 1, does not have a high return, and 2, sits for months and months and months.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, this is in that category. You're seeing a ton of these that are $30. I'm not finding any of those. But yeah, that's it. Like this, you'll probably find these. Frosted acrylic, lucite, $10. All right.
Yeah.
I can find a ton of $10 items, but for some reason these things they just sit. So no more napkin rings for me. That's my no.
Does your family have any?
No, nobody uses them.
Yeah. I don't even know if we have any or not.
And then you got to use cloth napkins, right?
You're right. Yep.
And then you got to roll them and put that. No.
Yeah, they don't work for taco night. If we have friends over, we're having tacos or something on the grill. It's not a fancy French
big roll of paper towel right in the middle there and just have at it. No one's using napkin rings. Come on.
Baby wipes. That's what we're using. Baby wipes. My NOLO is something that I don't know if you're going to agree with me on this one, Dennis.
Ooh. Okay. Ooh.
It's a Sony boombox.
Okay.
It only has one speaker. It's kind of modern. It does have a cassette. So I don't know what the age was, but I often find these little boom boxes like this that only have one speaker, and these aren't the desirable ones. Now, I think I got full price, $19.70. And, but if you're paying $5 for these at a yard sale and you're selling them for $19 after your eBay fees, you're down to under 10. And if it's not perfectly described and you have to open up a return, you've lost money. So you can't sell these at $20. You can sell these at $20 all day long, but can you make a living selling these at $20 all day long? Even if they sell overnight, you'd have to sell a lot of them.
Your NOLO is specifically the lower sort of desired one speaker.
These cheaper boom boxes that aren't, they don't have a lot of features. They're just basic. There's only a couple knobs on the top, I think. The battery compartment was complete. Sometimes I take blurry pictures. I don't know why. My camera, push the button on my camera to take a picture, and then I move the camera to the next spot, but it doesn't take the picture right away. It takes it when I move. But there's almost no features on this, like no mega bass or anything like that. Just basic boom boxes. I'm staying away from them, or unless they're free and I'm getting them in a big, or I'm throwing them in with something else that I bought. Then,
I mean, at least it's Sony and not like a really crappy brand.
Sanyo, Emerson,
GPX.
Yeah. Oh, especially anything that Walmart sells, I don't touch. Nothing GPX. So that is.
So I agree with that particular one. There's not enough money in it.
Moving on to customer service. Talk about your most interesting customer interactions from the last week. Do you have any you want to share with us, Dennis?
This is a first for me. in my many years of reselling on eBay, I've never had this happen. I've had stuff similar, but not quite like this. So I'm sitting there and I'm watching TV and my phone does cha-ching. And then again and again
Mm.
and again. 18 times.
What?
18 times.
Wow.
This gentleman from France decided that he loves sealed opera and classical music CDs.
From
And
which
these
country?
are France.
Oh boy.
So back here, they're back here.
Yeah.
And they were ranging anywhere between, I think, 10 and 12 bucks a piece.
Wow.
Okay. So he bought 18 of them. And then what do you think he asked me to do?
Combine the shipping. So what'd you do?
I said, I can't. I can't. I said, it's not me. eBay doesn't allow it. And he says, now he's asking something I won't do, basically to go outside the platform. And he said, send it regular mail is what he's saying. I said, nope. I only use eBay's international shipping service. That's it. I only use that. And he said, okay, yeah. He's like, the shipping's going to be like $75 or something crazy. And he goes, you can cancel.
Dang it. So then
Canceled. And then I went, hold on a second. I said, what if I made a custom listing for you? Would you be interested? All of the CDs that you want, one listing, you get all of them, and I ship them all out. He goes, that's a great idea. I said, okay. I make the custom listing. He buys it and then says, the shipping is too high. Because I said, I don't make the shipping price. It's literally by weight. I'm seeing media mail from Massachusetts to where are they now? Illinois,
Chicago. That's where mine is.
right?
Yeah.
So I'm seeing that, and I'm like, this isn't that bad. I think it was like $8 or 8 something. No. That's just he pays that, but then he pays the
Fee to
that one.
get across the ocean.
I had to cancel a second time. Needless to say, I did not sell any of them. I had to cancel and relist every single one of them. I think for me, it came to about $140 something dollars. It would have been a great sale. And that's it. That's where I'm at.
So you ever wonder if eBay is going to punish you for all the cancellations? Like throttle your sales for 24 hours or something?
Every single one was buyer requested. Every single one.
Wonder how much it costs to ship them all then. So
I don't know.
You had a lot of markup in them, I'm assuming, because you probably got them in a Gaylord.
Yep. So they're probably 20 cents a piece.
Could you have lowered the price a little to make the sale?
I took an offer.
Yeah, but he still, it was too much for the shipping.
I think I was already giving him like 30% off each one.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm not giving them away.
Unless
even
you're
though
never going to sell them.
I don't know. I sell a ton of classical music CDs every single week, and it's insane because they're brand new and they're sealed.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
That's it.
When I go to estate sales and someone has like all their CDs that they're selling, so much of it is classical.
Yeah.
And yet I'm always told on eBay, classical music doesn't sell. I'm like, why are so many people buying it if it doesn't sell? It just doesn't sell on eBay. I think those kind of people, they buy from a record store or they buy new. Maybe they don't even think about eBay.
I don't know.
You sell a lot of classical on eBay, individuals.
Individual CDs. Yep.
Okay. Sealed, of course.
What
about open?
I honestly don't really bother listing many of them because those are the ones that are like $4 with free shipping. And I'm like, how are you doing that? I don't know. There's so many of them like that. Let me see my latest ones that I've. Yo-Yo Ma sold for $10.99. The Velvet Underground used. Some classic 80s cocktail twins that sold $6 plus shipping. Shostakovich, that's a violin concerto, number 1 and number 2. Brand new sealed. Mozart Don Giovanni, that's a box set, sold for $9. Some Poulenc melodies, $8 plus shipping, that was used. Haydn piano concertos, $8 plus shipping. This is all last week.
You saw a lot of media.
Bela Bartok solo piano works, $12 plus shipping.
Is this a typical week you sell that much media, or are you seeing an increase here?
I'd say the last couple of weeks I've seen an increase in it. Arthur Rubinstein in concert, Beethoven, Brahms, Chopin, and Schubert. $11 plus shipping. That was used as well.
You're proving people wrong.
I don't know. Yeah, don't sell CDs on eBay. It doesn't work.
Yeah, but I'm assuming you've comped them all, and they're not. These are ones that aren't a whole bunch of listings out there for $4 free shipping.
It's because I have the ones that are new.
Yeah.
So if you're going to spend $4 or $5 on a used one, you wouldn't want to pay like 9, 10, 11 for a brand new one. Most people would.
I would buy the used one.
I don't know. I mean, when you know it's sealed, you know the disc is mint. When I tell you, what is the condition of that you're selling? Good. What does that mean, really? Good could mean barely playable or, flawless.
Yeah. And you sell off lots on Facebook Marketplace, don't you? Is that kind of how you get rid of your stuff?
When I'm done with it.
Yeah.
I'll put, I don't know, 200, 250 pieces together in a big box and just let it fly. I don't even care what I get.
Same genre normally?
Nope. Just mixed. Everything's mixed. So let somebody else dig through it.
How much can you get for a box of 250? Like $100?
Yeah, I was like $25.
250 CDs, miscellaneous CDs for $25. That's all you can get.
I want it gone, because I'm always bringing stuff in.
Mm-hmm.
Like if someone's going to give me $25 for the same stuff I was going to take to the Goodwill, I'll take the $25.
Yeah. And do you have people come to your house? I think we talked about this before. Do you meet in public?
Sometimes. For certain things I do. I also live near the police station, so I kind of zip around the corner. I can pull into the parking lot. It's easy. I've done that a bunch of times.
I sold something on Facebook. I haven't sold it yet, actually. Like the person said, I will be there at 8:30. My boyfriend will be there at 8:30. 8:30 comes and goes. 9 o'clock, nothing. I'm like, you said he'd be here at 8:30. It's like, what? He's not there yet? Let me call him. And then she's like, I can't get a hold of him. I don't know where he's at. I'm getting ticked because this person says they really want my item. So then they were going to come last night. They didn't show up. So now they're coming tonight at 8 o'clock. Maybe you'll show up tonight. You want it so bad. And then you can't even show up or give me the courtesy to say I'm running late or anything.
Or, hey, I'm not interested anymore. Okay. That's fine. Just tell me. Don't just leave me out hanging. I had a guy I was going back and forth with on Marketplace, and he just could not get here. And finally, one night, he's like, are you around now? I'm like, it's 9:30. I said, you know what? Sure. Yeah. Come by. He shows up at 10 o'clock.
Oh my gosh.
To buy a one of those jump kits that you charge up and then has the cables, the portable to jump your car. It was $50. And he's like, I'm real sorry. I'm a tow truck driver and I work crazy hours. And he goes, I just couldn't get down here. I'm like, no worries. He's like, here you go. Boom, done.
Yeah.
So I'm like making deals at 10 p.m. It's sketchy, but whatever.
Yeah. I just don't like meeting people in public because they got to show up and I'm not wasting my time leaving my house.
Yep. I agree.
My customer, I mean, that's kind of customer service we've been talking about there the whole time. This is something that just happened to me. It's either yesterday or I don't know. In the last week, somebody bought a plush from me Cheshire cat from Alice in Wonderland plush. It was like $6 plus shipping. It was free to me. I don't know where I got it. But they bought it, and then 4 days later they didn't pay.
Mm-hmm.
And so it got canceled automatically after 4 days, because that's what I have it set up for. But it doesn't automatically relist. So I don't know if that's an option somewhere in eBay to automatically relist something. But so first thing I did was I blocked the buyers put them in my block buyers, because I don't want them to deal with them anymore. And then I went to, and then I deleted the message in eBay that said your item's been canceled. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I forgot. I wanted to relist the item first. I cannot find the item anywhere. Can't find it in my solds or my drafts. I don't know. I've looked in all the categories, and I've searched for cat, searched for Cheshire, I've searched for plush. I can't find it anywhere. And I'm like, why is it gone? So if anybody knows what to do, like maybe there's just a feature I should have clicked the box automatically relist. But
did you go on the main Seller Hub page, and under orders, when it drops down, there's one that says cancellations?
Orders, cancellations. Yep. And nothing shows up there.
What?
I'm looking at, it's not a return. Nothing's there.
Nope.
Nothing's in the request and disputes. I didn't print a shipping label. Archives. Well, let me check the archives. What are archives?
So
it
weird.
has to be somewhere. My phone when I did that. Anyhow, if you know how to do it, or give me some advice on where to find it.
So sold, went 4 days, unpaid buyer, automatically canceled, gone.
Ooh, you want to do a live? I just got an offer on an item.
Yeah.
You want to look at it and see what? Okay.
Ooh, I love this stuff.
Now I bought a slot car box set for
Awesome.
$5 at a neighbor's yard sale.
Amazing.
Okay, and it came with an extra with extra cars. I got this one listed for $49. Someone offered me $20.
Ooh, I'm definitely going to counter. All right, I see two currently for sale. $30.
Okay.
$30 for one, $42.99 for another, $39.99 for another one. 4 of them, $49.90, $49.38. Here's one for $30. There's
like
some crazy guy
median.
asking $87 for one. Yeah, it looks like about $30 is the asking, and the solds are $30.
30 plus shipping.
Yep, $6 shipping. That just sold September 1st. Another one sold just the body for $20 plus shipping.
All right. Well, then I got
this guy, I don't know what he's doing. He had it for $30. He put 40% off. He sold the thing for $18 plus $6 shipping. That was back in August.
Okay.
Those are the last 3.
I'm submitting an offer for $30. See what happens.
I think the lowest I'd do is like $28 plus shipping. It's going to be the cheapest one that he's going to find.
Yeah, right. Make it cheaper than any other one, and then say, if you don't like my price, go buy it somewhere else cheaper.
And he's going to spend $2 more somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. Unless he sends them an offer. So, Dennis, have you sold any of your past bolos that you've talked about recently that you can think of?
No, because a lot of them are one-offs. No, I don't think so. Normally, when I find something, I find it once, and I'm like, that's absolutely a bolo, and I have a hard time finding it again.
A couple things that I've talked about the last few episodes that I've sold recently is talked about the Bath and Body Works stuff. I sold these two for $30. I took an offer of $30 for the 2 of them plus shipping.
Nice.
So Bath and Body Works, like we said, be on the lookout for them, especially if they're discontinued. And I have no idea how to know if they're discontinued or not, but I don't know. How do you find out if it's discontinued?
I'd do like a quick scan of the barcode on it and see. You know, I mean, normally the price is going to be on the bottom of it and a little sticker.
Yeah.
And if you scan it and it's double the price, it's probably, you know, a rare one or sought after one or discontinued. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think the date should be on the label, the bottom part of the front, maybe.
Well, I mean,
But-
I've seen several of these that they have different designs on the tube of body wash or the cream itself, but it's still the same name.
Yeah. So they won't discontinue or retire the scent, but they'll just update the label. They'll update the font. I don't know. I've scanned a few and I was like, what? This is like 3 times what it goes for.
Well, then
and that's probably what it was.
Okay.
Yep.
So I talked last week, maybe I mentioned the puzzles that I bought at a yard sale for 75 cents each. This was one of them.
Cool.
1946 puzzle of a tiger, missing one piece. And I only got $15 for it, but I just love the old boxes like this.
Super cool.
Yeah. I don't remember. I think I took a picture of some of the pieces. Then it was missing one corner piece. I'm like, oh, so close. I wonder if you can 3D print. Like, what do people do if they buy a puzzle? Can they make a piece that fits in there?
Nice little piece of thin cardboard and just probably. Especially if they know it's right there. It's the corner.
But I guess if a person has this puzzle and they're missing a piece, they buy mine, then as long as it's not missing the same piece, they can use it to complete the puzzle. But back in the day, I wouldn't say these were all identical in cuts.
No.
It's too risky. And, it's a cool puzzle.
Yeah, it is cool.
I've got some cool ones coming up too. Not today, but I mean, ready to list at some point.
1946. That is amazing.
I think that's what it was. There's a date on it somewhere.
Wow.
Yeah. This was just one of the many that I bought.
Now, was that you putting it together, having it completed?
No, a friend of mine likes to do puzzles. So I give them to her. She puts them together. Then I said, take some pictures of it. They had some 3D puzzles, and they're not like 3D that they stand up vertical. It's like 2 puzzles layered on top of each other. So some of the pieces would sit on top of another piece, which would create like a 3D effect. It's not something I don't think they do anymore, but I have those listed for like $50 each, and I haven't sold them yet, but I have seen sold comps of similar puzzles that have sold in that range. So vintage puzzles, I've talked about those. Whoops. What else? Monitor stands. I sold another computer monitor stand this week. I talked about that. That's just a few of the things that we tell you to be looking for, and they're selling.
We're following our own advice.
Well, that's all we have for today, Dennis. You have any closing thoughts?
Still trying to get trained by the new puppy, and it has been adventurous to say the least. I don't know. My in-laws are in town and they're helping a lot. I don't know what's going to happen when they leave. When they're gone, my wife's the first one out the door. My son's already at college. My other son goes to high school. I get my daughter on the bus, and it's now 7:35 in the morning, and it's me and a 9-week-old puppy. So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. That'll be next week sometime. When am I supposed to list, take pictures, thrift? I don't know. I'll bring her, and you guys will see her on a future podcast. She'll be over here, and we'll try to keep it reselling, related versus pet related.
Yeah.
But she's cute.
All right.
Until next time.
Yep. We'll see you all next week, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Later.